Alright, here is a 2v2 game. We've got RedIron in red this time with his partner BunBun down here. I am playing as RedIron, and we are up against a Toss, Steady, and a Zerg kinematics down here at the bottom left. Let's throw up the unit tab so we can see what is going on here. Everybody starting off equal as a probe comes over from Steady to do an early scout of the bases on the right side of the map. Here goes BunBun, gonna set up his supply depot at the front of his ramp, and RedIron comes out to throw down his pylon as Steady gets his probe in to scout around. Now I saw that guy, so I chased him down. Steady a little bit behind on probe production here, but he's running this guy around, hoping to hide, and my little probe continues to chase him as BunBun sends his SCV out to scout. Got a pylon down here for Steady, and no pool yet for kinematics. Getting an overlord and a drone out. SCV for BunBun traveling across the map as the probe for Steady moving around BunBun's base, checking things out. A wall coming up here with a gateway and a forge early for RedIron as this little duo here continues to run around the map. Nobody has scouts in each other's bases at the moment. Forge coming down there, and BunBun putting down a gas mine refinery down over in kinematics base. BunBun notifying me that he is rushing. We've got 6 Zerglings coming up the map, should be encountering us pretty soon, as well as a probe for Steady. Cannon coming in for RedIron. Let's see if that comes up before these Zerglings arrive. That was close there. We've got a Zealot on the way as well. Two Lings make it into the base, and RedIron gonna pull these probes in. Take care of those guys real quickly. Only loses one probe. RedIron behind on probes right now, only with 11, whereas there are 17 for the other Toss player up here. He gets down his gateway and forge. Haven't seen a lot of production coming out of this guy. Tons of minerals in the bank. Probably going for an expansion soon with this guy. Gateway, and Cybercore coming in for RedIron. Canceled a photon cannon here earlier when those Lings were coming around. Nothing coming from the gateway. Let's see, we've got BunBun researching Tech Lab, another barracks, a few things going on down here. Has got his orbital command up, getting those mules out, and some forces on their way. BunBun holding on to this Zelnaga tower over here, and getting a good view of the gold is Steady hanging out in the grasses by that same tower. Pylon for Steady sitting out in front of his base. Here comes an expansion for kinematics. Cybernetics core and 3 more gateways, finally hitting a 4-gate stride with pylon coming down behind the mineral line for Steady. BunBun sending out a Marine to take the other Zelnaga tower. Only 2 Zealots for RedIron at the moment, with 3 on the way. Warp Gate Tech is researching, working off of 1 gas. Still only 14 probes going, knocking down another pylon there, as it looks like Steady is about to get his second base going fairly soon as well. BunBun get that supply depot out on the outskirts so you can keep track of what is going on. few Marauders and Marines here. No one going with super fast unit production. Probably going to see a lot of teching to larger units fairly soon in this. Pylons coming down all over the map for Red Iron. Finally getting some more probes out to catch up in production with the other folks. Seeing some stalkers and stuff out for steady. Getting the +1 upgrade on the attack. Working off 2 gas. Only 1 harvester on that one. Hasn't really caught up yet there. Drones transferring over to the expansion for kinematics. Overlords hanging out here. Nothing doing in terms of an offensive force at all for the Zerg player there. 13 Marines, 14 Marines seems the strongest force going right now, and that would be BunBun sitting here going off 4 racks, producing units, reactors and tech labs, getting the shield upgrade before stim packs. Now that stim packs takes longer to research after patch 1.3, go ahead and getting the fastest upgrade possible. Pylons coming down for steady over here. Good sized force finally warping in for Red Iron. A little bit of a mix. Got a sentry, some stalkers, and zealots. Gotta keep that unit production up. It's actually supply blocked at the moment. Gonna lay down some pylons. BunBun with a scan of the TOS base. And Steady responds by laying down a cannon just in case there's an attack. Also about to lay down a Twilight Council. Overlords and cannons coming to the front of the base. Both teams just kind of sitting back on this one, not moving too far too quickly. Lots of minerals unspent for kinematics, as well as well, Steady looks like he is finally spending his minerals a little bit better. Red Iron sitting on a few hundred, probably going to see an expansion soon there. Huge force of Marauders and Marines from BunBun. Working on a second command center to float on over to as a natural expansion. And here are a ton of bannelings for kinematics. The burrow has been upgraded, so we're probably going to see those guys go underground pretty soon. There you go. And they're going to hang out at the front of the base just in case anybody comes in with a force. Now right now, Red Iron and BunBun have not seen that, but kinematics and Steady have not seen any of Red Iron's and BunBun's force that is moving up to protect the expansions right now. An observer coming out for Red Iron. Gonna check out the middle of the map, see what's going on as kinematics takes a drone out. It's probably gonna expand up here at the top left of the map. Tons of bannelings just in wait. If this observer had moved forward just a little bit more, would have been able to see those guys burrowed. All these Zerglings right here probably going to be turned into bannelings as well. Very predictable, but nothing else other than bannelings really of any substance right now. Seeing a robotics facility and 2 more gateways coming out for Steady. Level 2 weapons upgrade. No upgrades yet for Red Iron, the other TOS player. And we've got an expansion coming down all at once here for Red Iron, and tons of stuff here. Bannelings were seen by Red Iron there. Pings it on the map. And are we going to see those guys move in, or are they just going to hang out over by that base? He buries them around the cannons. So right here you're going to see Red Iron and BunBun separate all their dudes into a few different pockets so that they don't get annihilated by a banneling rush. Kind of surprised that we're not seeing any overseers being morphed out of these overlords so that they can just drop bannelings into the base. Not a whole lot in terms of cannons or forces in the back. An immortal coming out for RedIron. BunBun finding that expansion down here for kinematics. Not a huge fan of that, so he pings it on the map. Stalker coming out for Steady. He's going to take a little path around to check out the expansions and see what the team has taken so far. Steady taking this natural mineral expansion up at the top of the map. Drones being transferred for kinematics to his third